Hi, I'm just calling regarding the Anastasia chicken coop. I spoke to you last week. Yeah, that's it. No, I understand. I can still move ahead with it, that's fine. Yeah, I'll be able to make that just to secure it. And then I can ask what it is exactly she wants to do in terms of customising and whether that's something that she wants to wait for or whether we just take it off your hands and then we look to have that done ourselves. Brilliant. Yep, same email. Okay, thank you, speak to you soon. Bye. Well, that was a phone call that at some point was inevitable. Let me explain. I've just brought myself into the living room because Lydia decided to come down next to my office and start recording a voiceover. And so I wanted to separate myself a little bit. Porter's down here, by the way. Say hello, Porty. Good boy. Anyway, it will be no news to any of you that follow Lydia that for a very, very long time now, she has wanted chickens. And something that I am particularly cautious about, I guess, is bringing animals into the home or just at the house, should we say. They're going to be in the garden, they're not going to be living in the house. And that's just purely because, for me, the most important thing is the animal's welfare. And I need to make sure that I'm 100% committed, even if they're not 100% my responsibility, I will make them my responsibility. And so I need to be committed to any animal that comes into the house, and that way they're going to receive the best amount of care, and we need to ensure that both of us are completely committed when making any decisions when it comes to having animals in the home. And that's something that I take very seriously, which is why when we first talked about having a cat, I was against it. When we first spoke about having dogs, I was against it. And when Lydia's mentioned getting chickens, absolutely against it. And that's just purely because A, I don't want to get her hopes up and then let her down, and B, because I'm never ready when they're suggested. I'm like, it wasn't on my radar, I haven't thought about it. And I think it takes me a long time to come around to actually fully commit to, okay, I'm gonna have to do some research, I'm gonna have to understand how to care for these animals, what things come into play when you're looking after these animals, and also to commit to the time. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, is committing to the time that it takes to care for animals. Even the bees, you know, I'm out there for an hour a week with one colony, and that in itself takes up a lot of time. And when you start factoring in the dogs and the cat and the bees, all of a sudden there are lots of hours that are going in each week to ensuring that the welfare and the health of these animals are being cared for. And this has been something that's been on my mind for a long time. And I think as we've been approaching Lydia's birthday, I think that this is something that I'm ready to do now. And we were just sort of having a little bit of a light and loose chat the other day, and I didn't let off at all that there was any chance. And so this is going to be a complete surprise, even though there may be a little inkling that she thinks that there might be a chance that she might get some. She's not actually going to get the coop or the chickens on her birthday because just time frames. The company that I was speaking to on the phone a second ago essentially said that the bespoke elements of the coop that I was discussing, they wouldn't be able to take place for about 12 weeks just due to staff. And so it's quite a small family run business. And so they're decisions that I'm just going to put forward to Lydia on her birthday, and I'll let her make the decision as to whether she wants to have that done in-house, and we'll organise for that to be done ourselves, or whether she wants to wait and have those guys do it. During my research and trying to learn a little bit more about what it takes to look after chickens, I've obviously stumbled across many comprehensive guides, and I think that there are some really important things that we need to consider living here. So one of the biggest struggles, I guess, that people face when looking after chickens are predators. And we don't particularly have any birds to be too concerned about around here that I'm aware of at the moment, but we do get foxes, and that's something that we really need to be considerate of. I think it's preferable to have a coop that you can move around the garden, but it's more important that the security of that pen coop is a priority. And so we are going to have to put in some groundwork to ensure that there is some sort of safety elements to where they're going to be staying overnight. And so whilst, depending on what coop we go for, maybe I have to move it around the garden, it's always going to have to sit back into the same spot at the end of the day, because we need to make sure that we're going down into the ground to ensure that there's no way of accessing underneath the ground and digging through. That's one of the first things. Having a predator-proof electric door as well that's automated, that'll be something that we'll have put on, and making sure that there's enough space. So we probably will have a run and the coop, and then there'll be some element of storage around there as well, and then obviously just putting some protection in to stop rats and foxes getting in as much as possible. When we are discussing or talking about having new animals in the house, is what are the risks to these animals? It's like the bees, you know, we've got varroa mite is one of the big things in the UK. Very unlikely, but there's a small chance we might get Asian hornets as well. So these sort of things you just need to be aware of, and when you're committing to something like this, I like to do a little bit of research to know what we're getting into, because we want to try to avoid the tears as much as we can. So anyway, the plan of action for now, because I could sit here and talk to you for ages about this, is to simply put a plan in place to slowly build up and lead Lydia to the knowledge that this is going to be her birthday treat. And so the way in which we're going to do this is we're going to actually put together some cards, and on each card we're going to slightly nod and refer to a small pun that associates or is around chickens, and we're going to be doing a pub crawl. And on the pub crawl, we're going to give the pubs the envelopes, and when she arrives, she's going to be able to open the envelope, and it's just going to be a little bit of information that basically seeds in some sort of clues as to what her gift could be. And then when we come back to the house, Carrie's going to put together some pizza dough. We're going to fire up the wood-fired pizza oven, and we're going to have some piggy bits, some pizza, and some bread and stuff in the greenhouse, which is what Lydia wanted to do for her birthday. That's the plan of action, and obviously when we get back here, she'll open her card, which will have the information about what she's getting for her birthday. And so today, I need to write those cards, get them sealed and ready, because Carrie's going to go around and have those dropped off before we head off on Friday. So we're going to do that now quickly, and then they'll be done and dusted, ready for Friday. Little Porty. That was another consideration of mine, because this one and him over there, the two of them, I have no doubt in my mind will bring us many challenges and lots of training on the introduction of birds in the garden, for sure. That's going to be probably one of the biggest challenges I think that we're going to face, is ensuring that these two just stay chill, because I don't think they will originally. I think we have to work on slowly introducing them, and that's definitely something that I'm a little bit more nervous about, because it's something that I have less control over. I'll do my best, but the boys are very, very stubborn, and obviously we need to make sure that it's a quick lesson that they learn and they understand the boundaries, and of course I don't want it to be something that takes a long time and is slow, because that's not fair on the chickens. Well, I have just finished off writing and sealing those cards, which are clues for Lydia tomorrow that will lead her to her gift when we get back to the house after our wine walk. The route has been planned, cars have been booked, and everything is set and in place, ready to go. And so for the rest of the afternoon, I'm going to sit down and watch this month's Sky Cinema Club video, which I'll be reviewing with you after I've watched it. It's called Blueback, and it's coming to our screens this April. I'll check back in with you later on this afternoon or tomorrow to give you an update on how that's gone, and then we'll be rolling in to Lydia's birthday. Well, last night I didn't get the opportunity to sit down to watch the latest Sky original, Blueback. My two-step authenticator app was playing up, and so I decided to switch films. However, I was really looking forward to watching it because it's about wildlife and nature, and so I am going to wait until its release date on the 22nd of April to sit down and enjoy that. Just to give you a little bit of a summary about what the film is, it's about a child who befriends a blue grouper fish whilst diving, and when she realises that the fish is under threat, she takes inspiration from her mother, who is an activist, in the hope of saving the fish's life from local poachers. However, this week's Sky Cinema is The Portable Door. The film features Christopher Waltz, Sophie Wilde, Sam Neill and Patrick Gibson. It's a very mysterious film that's set in London. Well, at least it is set in London until the wizardry is uncovered. And our main character is called Paul Carpenter, who walks into an unexpected interview at J.W. Wells, where he has absolutely no idea what lays ahead. He is just about to discover that the organisation that is paying his salary is in fact a deeply sinister organisation with a very undesirable agenda. Along with his new colleague Sophie, who at the beginning wasn't the most welcoming of colleagues, they set on an adventure with the help of an enchanted towel to uncover the secrets of this enterprise and to find out what happens in those dark, forbidden corridors at night. And this film is actually based on a best-selling book by Tom Holmes, and it kind of invites you into a fantasy world, a little bit of madness, a little bit of comedy. It's very enjoyable to watch. And it actually got me thinking, if I had a portable door, where in the world would I travel to? And I think that's the question that I want to ask you. Where would you go if you had access to a portable door? Where would you, at a click of a finger, take yourself in this very moment? Quite a tricky question actually, because I think naturally you instinctively take yourself to a holiday, but I think there's lots more fascinating places that we could actually visit using a portable door, and I'll allow you to travel back or forward in time. Makes it a little bit more exciting. The film set and cinematography is quite dark and moody, which creates a nice amount of suspense and intrigue, and there is a last minute twist which will leave you feeling, well, I guess you'll just have to wait and see. But as always, I'll leave the link to this trailer in the description box down below, where you'll also be able to find a variety of Sky movie trailers. You may have noticed that recently I've been discussing movie collections. Well, this April brings a bunch of brand new film collections for us to enjoy some true classics. And from the list of collections, I would actually suggest that you check out the Mega Hits collection, which has The Bourne Identity, Unchained and The Hangover. You can enjoy these from the 17th of April until the 7th of May. So you've had your notice, make sure you check out that collection. Before we move on to Lydia's birthday celebrations, if there are any films that you think that we would enjoy watching, then do let me know in the comment section down below. As I mentioned, the links will be in the description box for all of the movies that I referenced today, and I'll be picking back up with you tomorrow morning as we head off to Dalesford for the start of Lydia's birthday celebrations.
What's a scramble? 8 AM. The birthday wine hike. Ready to leave for a scramble at 8 AM. What's a scramble?
I told you the other day, it's like a walk when you scramble. That's what they call it.
You mean a ramble?
Oh, yes. It's a ramble, isn't it? It's a ramble.
You recorded that?
Yes.
That's good, you know what?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Scramble. Oh.
I really hope that whatever we're doing today doesn't involve me having to shave my legs, because I have not shaved my legs. And it makes me realise how much as a woman we have to like schedule in. Like, do I my hair today, or can I get another hair wash out of this? Should I shave my legs, or are people going to be able to see the hair? Okay. Early bird catches the worm. It's time to get ready for a day of birthday celebrations. Right. What does that tell me?
You have to wait for your next card.
When do I get my next card?
At the first stop.
The first stop. So you're sure I don't need to wear a dress for tonight?
Yes.
Okay. The back entrance.
entrance or this one?
Yeah, the other ones. The other entrance, the main entrance.
I think this is the. Yeah, it's the other one. So we have cards.
Well, you can go in
We
there,
can go in
can't
here,
you?
yeah, that's fine.
You want to go down?
You can go in
Yeah,
here.
in here
The
it's fine.
cottage. Okay, yeah. So envelope number 3 now. See, trois. And we've just pulled up at Dalesford. This is our first stop. Breakfast at Dalesford Farm. Look out for today's clues in these little black envelopes. What little black envelopes?
That is a black envelope.
So where's
You're
the
holding.
clues?
You just have to look out for the little black envelopes.
Have you hidden them around Dalesford?
No.
Are you going to hide them around Dalesford?
No.
Fun.
Shots?
Yeah, so I've got the letter, but this is the first crystal in the crystal maze. The Cotswold crystal maze. Ooh. No money. Welcome to the Ox at Foddington, a place only the bravest ladies would visit. Drinks on me, what can I get you? She doesn't remember, and she doesn't know to check her mobile. I have to call her landline.
Call it landline.
Well, you know. Try.
Hi, gents, you alright?
Bunting's on the loose.
Oh, yeah, good.
Bookcase.
In the making, yeah.
Honestly.
I was wax.
Tell
Wax.
what you did.
Can you film?
Wax dropped on the table, and I got lazy. Rather than cutting off with a knife, I decided to burn it off with a lighter, and of course it burnt the wood, didn't it? I wasn't thinking straight.
His expensive bookcase.
It now looks like it's got some nice aged detail.
To be honest, we're winging today's route, but it's working out for us. The King's Head Inn. We know you like your royals. Ah, so you're winging it.
Huh?
You're winging it.
Yeah, well, we
Was
are
that
a little bit, aren't we? Because we don't know where we're going.
Oh.
Hence the muddy boots. We've not done this before, have we? This route.
I love it.
The King's Head Inn is where we are.
Yeah, I love my royals.
Yeah, they own them. Yeah.
You've just written like random things in this.
What does it say?
You must be feeling a little bit peckish. Shall I order some snacks?
That's why I said it's a little bit late, because I was supposed to give you it before we sat down for food. Do you want some food?
Yes, please.
Oh, good. It's a good job we're sitting in here then, isn't it?
Yay. This is the most random bunch of
Oh.
Oh dear. She's so confused.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I don't understand what's going on.
Even that one, I worked out it's what clues.
So So when I've been to the different places,
There's been a clue everywhere, and you've not picked up yet.
peckish.
Right.
Is there chickens when we get home?
On the table.
Okay, so that's not the clue then. So,
Maybe compared to the others.
have you got any chickens? Then why does this one say winging it and this one says peckish?
So confused.
She's trying to find hope. Thank you, hope subject.
You've got me chickens, haven't you? Then why does it say peckish and winging it?
Look on CCTV, you don't read me.
Oh, well, that is what I was going to do.
I thought you were, that's why I looked at your phone, so it's like, you're going to CCTV.
Oh, yeah.
So, we are currently in Checkers. And Lydia's getting a double whammy because the last pub, we didn't give her the card.
You've got me chickens.
What does it say?
What an impeccable day, but impeccable. You're getting my hopes up and I haven't got chickens.
So what are the cards then?
This is our last stop before we head home.
This is our last stop before we head home.
So the other one has, okay. The bravest drinks on me. What can I get you? Welcome to the Fox Ellington. What's this one? Where's the two? 6. Where's 2? 4. 4.
So to make this clear, you can guess all you like, but the last card is at the house. That is where you'll find out your destiny.
You've not got me chickens. You're getting my hopes up. The brave is the only bit of bravest lady you can visit. You got me chickens.
Why?
Only the bravest hens would go to the Fox at Oddington.
It doesn't say the hens.
Yeah, but ladies, but the hens
Yeah.
and chickens are hens and ladies.
Are they?
Have you got me chickens? Thanks, I'll cry. Have you actually got me chickens?
No, babe. Calm down. There's nothing on the CCTV.
Perfect, thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
In her court. You've got chickens, I'm so confused. Fish on that one as well.
Cheers.
Look out for today's clue in the little black envelopes.
Have you spent impeccable wrong?
No.
No, it's spelled im-peck-able. Have you wound me up?
You have to wait until you find and open card number 8. 8 is lucky. It's a lucky number in China, I think.
You're feeling bad now because I think I've got chickens and you don't really think I've got chickens.
You might be missing the trick. You might be on it.
I don't like this game.
It's a tricky situation.
You're
Cheers.
such an ass.
Oh.
Click a girl when she's down.
Click a go. Green one with the feathers and the flowers. No. Oh, my goodness, you got too excited. You get so excited about presents. Oh, thank you so much. This is literally the one that I was trying to track down and could not find anywhere.
I know, you
Beautiful.
told me in the airport on the way to Madrid. And then made it out, and then I spent every free moment in Madrid hunting down.
Because you can't find this in green anywhere. So this is the Hermes Fleur et Plume scarf.
Oh, lovely.
Lottie, it's not for you.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's so
wonderful.
lovely. I felt it. I was like, this does feel like an Hermes scarf box, but I'm not going to say that because I remember once my friends got me a chopping board and I was like, is this a chopping board? And they were like, Yes, it was a chopping board, and I felt really bad.
Happy birthday, you old fag. Happy birthday to you. Oh, blew all over you. Make a wish?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
I made a wish for chickens.
You have to open the black envelope first. You just read out what it says.
As usual.
Read it out then.
As usual, we've been up to our old chicks. You may have noticed there's a comedy hen amongst us. If you didn't, then the yoke's on you. The guys planned today's route in celebration of your birthday and to say,
Blummy's not happy about it.
what does it look like?
Well, they're in there in the basket, just there.
I get a chicken coop, and I get
You
to
do.
actually get chickens.
Yes.
But this one doesn't say it's a joke.
I open it and see it might be a joke. A very cruel joke.
It's got chickens on it. Oh, there'll be family members to love and care for, and then pass off to my friends when I go away.
So accurate.
I didn't get my chickens.
You got eggs and nests on your cake.
Honestly, wait, can I just show you something on my camera? I went to the toilet and I was really upset.
Look at him looking for some eggs. It's not for you, mate. Yes, you'd have liked Lenny.
Honestly, I was in the toilet and I was like, this is either a really horrible, mean joke or they've actually got me chickens, but I didn't think you would actually get me chickens.
Let me just quickly go and show you
You're going to be a chicken mama.
Chicken mama, we're gonna be a chicken mama. Chicken mama, Polly, we're gonna be a chicken mama. Chicken mama, chicken mama. Yeah.
Calm down.
Chicken mama, chicken mama.
So you have chicken coop 1 to choose from,
Oh, I get to choose.
or your Anastasia.
There's also a lot of eggs left.
Oh, I don't know what chicken coop to go. I quite
So-
like this one.
So that's called the stroller, and it can come with, so that would be detachable, but it also comes with the walk-in pen.
Yeah.
So you have that on it as well. So you'd have the stroller. So it looked like the Anastasia, like with the walk-in bit.
That's the Anastasia.
Yeah. But the pen where you can walk in would be detachable, if that makes sense. You could stroll it on and off, so you can move it around.
Which do you think is better?
I like the look of the stroller,
This one.
but it's not an all-in-one encompassing, but it means that it looks slightly more, it looks slightly nicer, and it's also, you can move it around. But I think because of where we live, we'd want to fix it into a particular location.
The furniture is so funny, just got recharged.
Yeah, I was ready to just.
Yeah,
flop
she
on
was
the sofa.
done.
And so basically you can fully bespoke these to however you want. So I asked her if we could put a chimney or carrier, what do you call them? The compassy things? A vine, wavy, a weather vane.
Weather vane, yeah.
So I said, can we get a weather vane with a false chimney on it? She said, yes, we can do that. Colour code it to the RAL, same as the greenhouse. So we can have it all colour coded. Electric, automated doors on it. The Predator doors, yes, you can have all that. So we can completely customise it. However, unfortunately, one of their staff members that does all of that is currently off for 12 weeks ill.
Okay.
So we would need to... She said the stroller, they can get quite quickly. You could have that early May. The Anastasia takes a bit longer because of all the painting, because that's wood and that comes painted. So what we could do is you could order the stroller, get the pen, and then you can have all of the customization and painting done ourselves. So we could get Ken to paint it, and we can get all of the customization done ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Chicken mama. Big up Clarkson's family can play at
We're gonna have to get them at Chicks though.
But
and get these
we
boys
haven't.
custom with them.
But we haven't obviously got anything yet. So now's the time to get everything in place before you commit to the chicken. So you get everything in, everything sorted before you commit to it. You know. Sorry, Porty.
Chicken mama.
Now fifth favourite in the house.
Chicken mama,
No.
we're gonna be a chicken mama, chicken mama. Barkley literally doesn't care. Barkley's just sitting here sat on the sofa like, I don't get what's going on. Chicken mama. And then off we go. There we go.
Well, that was a wonderful day, and I know that Lydia is over the moon with the news that she's going to become a chicken mama in the next month or so. Moving forward, we've got lots to think about, lots of planning to do. We need to make sure that we have everything in order and ready to take the step into this new venture. So it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Now I've kind of committed to the idea. I think that it's going to be a really lovely addition, particularly in the summer months when they've got a lot sort of like longer days and they can come out into the garden and hopefully even get them in the house. That could be absolutely hilarious, seeing chickens walk around the kitchen. And so yeah, the furry family continues to grow. Isn't that right, Lummy? Yes, I know. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up because it's got rather lengthy, and I'll be picking back up with you next Wednesday at 5 PM. I hope you all do have a great rest of the week. And if anybody out there has chickens and you have any suggestions, recommendations or information, feel free to share, because this is the start of our journey. We've got lots to learn, and so we are open ears. Thank you in advance, and I'll be seeing you very soon.